right, Shalom, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Orka Kodash. Double honors to the elders at Great Millstone who taught me this truth. And Shalom to all you brothers and sisters out there. Shalom. All right, now, before I get started, I want to also add, this is something that I'm taking from the brother Raising the Elect 144. A shalom to you, brother. Yahweh Shemel Shai Barakatah. If you end up seeing this video, and I just kind of want to, give credit where credit is due. I'm going to kind of roll through some of these clips that the brother put together and just bring out a few scriptures, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. And hopefully it's going to be edifying, So without further ado, I'm going to let it roll.
Feel like life lately has been an absolute game simulation. Like everything that's happening, everything that's going on, everything that you're dealing with, the stresses in your life, the issues that come up, the people that come in and out of your life, the pain that you're processing, everything, like from the second you wake up to the second you go to sleep, it's just like life's not real. It's a simulation, and it feels like it's just flying by, and I'm a spectator in my own life, and these things aren't really happening to me. It's a crazy feeling.
Is it just me, or do you guys have this feeling of impending doom, like something bad is about to happen? And I can't really put my finger on it. The last few days have been actually since probably the first of the year, since New Year's Day, it's just been a struggle, an absolute struggle to just do anything. I feel like there's just something in the air, like everything is just so fucking heavy right now, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's what I'm going through, maybe it's the astrology, maybe something's gonna happen, but I just have this feeling of just impending doom, like things are about to get rough. Does anybody else have that feeling? Or is it just me? Is it just me that feels like something wild is about to happen, or just, I don't know. But I just have this anxious, depressed feeling ever since the year began that something bad is going to happen. And it has been an absolute struggle since the new year to shake that feeling. You guys feeling that too?
Does anyone else have the most nauseating feeling right now? I'm wide awake, I can't sleep, and it just feels like today, I guess yesterday now, something shifted. There's been so many tensions that have been building up. As soon as I saw the news, I knew it was going to be used. I'm just going to say nothing happens by accident. And I just went down a rabbit hole on X. They are saying this man is a martyr, that he died in the name of the Lord. Apparently the slogan is, "We are all Charlie Kirk now." Fox News has actively called for retaliation and violence. I just have this overwhelming feeling that things are going to get ugly. And this just feels like the beginning of the end. I don't know how to explain it. I don't normally post like doomsday type videos like this. I have plenty of thoughts. I just normally keep them to myself. But the way I am wide the fuck awake right now when I'm exhausted, I've been up for over 20 hours straight now. Something tells me that it's gonna be a different world. I don't quite know what that means. At the end of the day, I don't know anything. I'm just a girl. I don't even live in the US anymore because I knew that all of this was coming. But
hey guys, wanted to ask if anybody else experienced this last night. For some reason, I could not sleep. My mind just was going crazy. Just crazy with all kinds of weird thoughts. And it was like all night long I could not sleep. And then today, I've got this real anxious feeling in my stomach, and I don't know why. And I feel emotional, and it's really bizarre. I haven't felt this way in I don't think I've ever felt this way, even with all the stuff that I went through with my previous situation. This just came out of nowhere. I was fine for the longest time, since, I moved. Everything has been calm and cool and peaceful. And then just yesterday, for some reason, when I went to bed, I just could not calm my mind. I could not calm my mind. I tried everything. I took some melatonin and I just couldn't sleep. And then today it's just been that feeling in your stomach, that anxious feeling. I've had it all day and I'm emotional. I'm feeling like I want to cry, but I don't know why. And I don't know where this is coming from. Anybody else? Oh, today is September 9th.
You ever step outside lately? You feel this very strange feeling. It's like a feeling of dread, like a feeling of impending doom, and you can't quite put your finger on what it is. I don't know shit about shit. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a professional, I'm not an authority figure to look to by any means. But I got a feeling. Chernobyl gets destroyed with radiation. What happens? A fungus pops up that starts eating the radiation. Plastic, destroying the environment. A fungus popped up in Ecuador that eats plastic. That feeling you have, I think that is Mother Nature getting ready to send us back to the Stone Age with a new fungus.
You ever just sit there and think, like, why the hell do I feel like this all the time? Like, nothing's...
All right, yeah. And you brothers, you can keep watching the video that this brother put together. It's a very good video, very good lesson. But, I kind of just wanted to stop there. You saw that bugged out, druggy Edomite, with the stringy hair like a Mo, He was talking some crazy stuff, but nevertheless, you see that these Edomites, which some of them could very well be Jake, because we're scattered among the Edomites as well. But you can see that they feel that this place is crumbling, and the prophets have been declaring it, all right, for a very long time. So we're gonna get these scriptures, and we'll see how the Spirit goes, But I want to open up with Ephesians 5 and 15. It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil." And the days are evil, and we're approaching Jacob's trouble. We're pretty much in it. All right, we see these race wars and the civil war ready to pop off. We see the National Guard and ICE, working in cahoots under Donald Trump, King Nero Trump. All right, we believe he is a Nero in the reincarnation. Okay, because America is the revived Roman Empire. So it only makes sense, that the spirits of those Roman emperors and Roman politicians and Roman citizens are all back in the reincarnation. Okay, including the prophets. All right. So, the men of the Lord that were, persecuted by the Roman authorities, it just all makes sense, Reincarnation is all throughout the scriptures. All right. So, nevertheless, let me get back to it. Ephesians 5 and 16, redeeming the time, because the days are evil, right? Because, these days are evil. We're heading into Jacob's trouble, all right, the worst time of all time. And that's why these people can feel it. They can feel that something bad is on the horizon, all right? Verse 17, "Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is." The will of the Lord is to completely destroy this place. All right, the will of the Lord is to completely bring about Jacob's trouble, all right, and then to bring about the nuclear destruction of America, all right. Jeremiah 30 and 5. "For thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace." And that's the vibration that's out there right now, all right. "Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness." All right, does that mean we're all going to turn into so-called white people? No, it means everybody's going to be deadly afraid, okay? Men are going to have their hands on their loins like a woman that travaileth with child, all right? Meaning men are going to, they're going to be so fearful. They're going to be, in that state. Okay. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he, meaning the elect of Jacob, okay, shall be saved out of it. All right. And this is also going to be the other nation's trouble. All right. This is going to be all hell breaking loose. All right. Let's jump to the Apocrypha. Let's see. Let's get Sirach 10 and 8. It says, because we're in Esau's kingdom right now, okay? And what's getting ready to happen is the Most High is getting ready to send his son for the second time, okay, the second coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And this time he's not coming as a humble servant to, conduct a ministry and suffer and get crucified and get mocked and spit on. No. He did that already. He's coming back to take his kingdom, okay? Let's see, man. Satan. Man. Hey, Salaki, brothers. Man, shit. Let me do this. Salaki, brothers, please forgive that, all right? So, the Most High is getting ready to send his son, Yahushai, back, all right, to establish the kingdom of heaven, which is going to be forever, okay? Daniel's the second chapter. That crushing stone that's going to destroy the statue of the heathen rulerships, all right, that crushing stone is Yahushai, and he's getting ready to come and bring Esau's rulership down, all right, as well as the rest of these nations. They're not going to be in power anymore, all right? They're not going to be licking our wounds, like in the parable of Lazarus and the rich man, okay? Lazarus being Jacob, the Israelites, all right, and then the rich man being Esau, the so-called white man. Oh, man, you can't make this shit up, man. Hey, Salakia. Some bullshit, man. Man, goddamn. All right, well, forgive that, please. I'm try one more time. So, what I was saying, so Lazarus is the Israelites, the rich man is Esau, the so-called white man, and then the dogs licking the wounds are the other nations that take advantage of our people. They set up shops in the ghetto and sell our people poison. These Arabs, they have the fucking they have the smoke shops and the hookah. They sell you Swisher Sweets and Newports and Black and Milds, all right? These Moabites, they set up Chinese so-called restaurants. They sell you deep fried rat and all this stuff, okay? So that's the dogs licking the wounds, all right? But anyways, Sirach 10 and 8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another, all right? That's, the kingdom. We're going to have the kingdom of heaven on planet Earth, and it's going to be ruled in righteousness under Yahweh Shai and the tabernacle of David, the 144,000. All right, and then the rest of the large multitude are going to have their portion of the inheritance as well. And then all of Israel will also have their portion of the inheritance. And we're all going to be rich. We're all going to be balling. Nobody's going to be poor. Nobody's going to be wanting for anything. All right, we're all going to be, balling out. All right, for lack of a better word, we're all going to be super rich. All right. 2 Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau, the so-called white man, is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Esau is going to be in power at the end of the world when Yahushua comes back, and that's what we're seeing, all right? And these Edomites, which some of these people could be Jake, we don't know, all right? They can feel that that their kingdom is crumbling, all right? They can feel it in the spirit, all right? Let's get Job 21 and 30. It says, let's start 29. Job 21 and 29. Have ye not asked them that go by the way, and do ye not know their tokens? That the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction, they shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. Right, Proverbs 16 and 4 is a precept that comes to mind. The Lord hath created all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Now, who's the wicked? Malachi 1 and 4, the nation of Edom, okay, the so-called white race, all right? Excuse me. So, the Most High set these devils up to do wickedly, to punish his people, to take it too far, all right, and then to be destroyed and taken out of power, and to be greatly punished and judged for what they did to us, all right? Let's get Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. It says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit, right? And this especially applies to us in this bitter captivity. You know, the end of it is going to be much, much, much better than the beginning of it, you know? We can't wait till this bitter captivity is over and our Lord Yahushua frees us from the rule of these heathen, okay? Let's get Isaiah 24 and 11, and then we can close it out, because one thing that these people were saying, all right, is that, you know, there's a very serious, dark, heavy vibe, you know, and nothing's fun anymore. All right, there's no more hee hee ha ha, you know, party spirit, all right, that Babylon used to have. All right, so this is Isaiah 24 and 11. There is a crying for wine in the streets, meaning wine meaning like wisdom, okay, answers, all right. All joy is darkened. You see that? All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. You see that? The mirth of the land is gone. What is mirth? Let's define it, okay? Define mirth. Amusement, especially as expressed in laughter, all right? So, you know, hee hee ha ha, giggling, all right? Just being amused, all right? Being in a cheerful, giddy, little goofy state, all right? That's gone, all right? There's a vibe of death and destruction coming, okay? And that's exactly what's going to happen, because the Most High is about to activate Jacob's trouble, all right? So I just wanted to touch on that real quick. I pray that was edifying to you brothers and you few sisters out there. All right, I want to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. I want to say double honors to the elders at Great Millstone who taught me this truth. And Shalom, peace, blessings, and safety to all you sincere brothers and sisters out there. Shalom.